So I feel really bad for any Portuguese residents by investment that were blindsided a few weeks ago by news that there might be an impending extension of the naturalization eligibility timeline. So whereas it was previously 5 years, it might now be extended to 7 years for citizens of European Union countries, as well as people from the CPLP, or 10 years for all other citizenships, for example, Americans. First and foremost, I feel terrible for those people that were blindsided, right? I think a minority of people that were in that situation had some idea that this could happen. They knew that this could happen. And I think those are the people that had competent ethical advisory, right? But here's the fact of the matter, okay? Laws change. Laws change all the time in countries. Laws change while you're in the middle of a process, a naturalization process, or what I mean by that is a naturalization application pending. You've submitted the naturalization application. Sometimes laws or interpretations of laws change while you're applying for a residence application. Sometimes they change while you're in a period of residency waiting for naturalization eligibility. And obviously, the longer that residency period is, the more vulnerable you are to that change. That's part of the game, okay? That is part of immigration law. That's part of any law. These laws change. That's not unpredictable. That is not unforeseeable, okay? Now, when a particular law might change, okay, in a particular program, that's much more difficult to predict, of course, right? But it is a fact of life that these things happen, that laws change, interpretations change, right? And really, it's a shame that anybody that's a Portuguese resident by investment would be blindsided by that news. To me, that means that they were probably dealing with a salesperson, not a true consultant or an advisor, okay? Because this is not something that is totally unpredictable, okay? This is not something that should come as a complete shock, okay? So, it is what it is. I sincerely hope that this law does not, come into effect. And that if it does, I hope that it's defeated judicially, right? By judicial challenge. But just for anybody that's in this situation, whether you're a Portuguese resident by investment that was rug pulled, or not, just understand whatever process you're going into to work towards a mobility asset, whether it be a second or third citizenship or residency, understand laws change. That is an attack vector, okay? You must keep that in consideration. You must plan for that, okay? That's the way it works, okay? So anyway, those are my thoughts, and good luck.